Hi guys, and welcome to your daily tarot reading for Tuesday the 14th of July. Thank you for joining me. It's really nice to be with you today. I'm using the Llewellyn Tarot for this reading again, and I want to say a huge thank you to my Patreon supporters, because it's thanks to you guys that I was able to buy this deck and that I'm able to expand my tarot collection, which I just love doing. And this deck is really, really beautiful. It's just got the most gorgeous images here. You can see on the back. They're really romantic and kind of dreamlike. And the deck in itself talks a lot about Camelot. So it's very much connected with myths and the mythology of the British Isles. And yesterday I was questioning where Camelot actually was. And I looked online, and the general consensus seems to be that it was in a place called Carlion. I'm sorry if I'm not pronouncing that correctly. It's Welsh. It's this little place outside Newport in Wales. So it's just across the border from England in South Wales. So this deck seems to have got it right because they've put the Welsh dragon there. But what I also read while I was looking this up is that Merlin was born in Tintagel, and that's in Cornwall. I've actually visited that. And if you're visiting England, I just want to give you a heads up because I've been there. There's a place really close by called St. Nectan's Glen, and you may not know about that. It's this magical little fairy waterfall with this hole in the rock. It's gobsmacking. It's just beyond magical. So if you ever do come to England and you decide to visit Cornwall and Tintagel particularly, make sure you visit St. Nectan's Glen. It's gorgeous. So let's see what we've got today and what the cards want you to know. Wow, okay. We have a Major Arcana card, Judgment, 20th card of the Major Arcana. Then we have an Ace card, which is a gift from the universe, a Minor Arcana card. And another one, the Two of Pentacles. So let's see what the cards want you to be aware of. In this deck, Judgment is called the Sleepers. So you see these ancient knights asleep in the crypt and looking very well preserved. And we've got this young knight here with a red cape. So obviously something is happening. And he's blowing his horn there to awaken the slumbering knights so that they can wake up again and live their purpose, which is to fight and to protect Camelot and the values of their country and their belief and all of that. And this young knight is calling on them to fight for the cause. And that's what the Judgment card is always about. It's usually a trumpet, and you can see these coffins opening and people awakening from their slumber and waking up and being called by the heavens or the powers that be to really step into their purpose, to wake up, to do what they're supposed to do, and to seize their own destiny, to fulfill their mission. So the Judgment card says that you have potential and you have gifts inside of you that aren't being used right now. You're sleeping, you're not aware of how special you are, how many gifts you have, how much love you have to give. And the cards are saying that the universe is going to call you to wake up, to live your purpose, to do what it is you're supposed to do, and to fulfill your mission. So ask yourself, what is it that you're good at that you don't do? What is that one thing that you've always loved to do, but you've always dismissed because, oh, I'll never be able to pay my bills with that. It's just a hobby. It's my favorite thing to do in the world, but I have responsibilities and I have to go to work in this job that I absolutely despise to pay the bills and to keep the family happy, and I have no choice. Now, that's often the case, otherwise people wouldn't do it, but it doesn't mean that you have no way out. For instance, if you're in a job that you think is dead end and that doesn't use your skills, you can always start doing the thing that you love on the side, and you can start building that into a business, and you can transition out of your day job into this new business that you love and adore. Or if you want to take a manager position and you're currently the one being managed, while you've got your existing job, you can apply for managerial positions and transition your way out of a situation that doesn't serve you anymore, and you can slowly move towards doing something you do like. So the card is saying, don't drown out these feelings of discomfort with booze or drugs or whatever it is that you use to keep yourself asleep and to say, well, it's Monday now, only 5 more days to go till the weekend, and then I'll just do it all over again. No, you're not supposed to wish your life away. You're supposed to be in your body. You're supposed to be awake and present and living your purpose. Because this guy isn't calling these knights to wake up to do his taxes and his books. He's asking them to do what they're meant to do, which is to fight. They've got swords there lying on top of them. They're in their armor. They've still got chainmail on. So it's a call from the universe, from nature, to say, come on, it's really time for you to live your purpose. You have the power to do it. No excuses. Love yourself enough to give yourself the time and space to do something you enjoy and pursue it. If you listen to that message, you get to the Ace of Pentacles, and the Ace of Pentacles is a disembodied hand sticking out of the sky, delivering a giant pentacle to you, which says, here you go, here are riches and wealth and prosperity and abundance. So first of all, you can expect something good to happen in your finances. So if you've played the lottery, maybe you'll win something. Who knows? You might even win £20. That would be great. Or you may receive a gift or an inheritance, or you may get a promotion at work, or you may find that you suddenly have the insight, because you're now awake, to feel that spirit trumps the earth, the physical reality. The pentacle represents spirit, earth, air, fire, water. And the gift is that you realize that mind is over matter. And if you see yourself as you really are, you're going to walk into circumstances, or you're able to create circumstances which allow you to manifest the way you really see yourself in the real world, and you are rewarded with abundance and prosperity. You can see the apples growing here. So that's a literal windfall. The wind blows and an apple falls to the ground and you get some fruit free of charge. The poppies, the wheat, it's all about prosperity and growth and life. If you're in a working situation that you don't like, you can't artificially sow love and joy into that job. You either care about something or you don't. And it's about not faking it to make it. It's about getting true with yourself and saying, what is it that I love to do, even if it seems really unlikely. I often mention this example, so I'm sorry if you've heard this before, but here in the UK, there's this guy who's got a PhD in shoes. And I saw 2 programs, which I don't know why, but they involved shoes for some reason. And they whipped this guy out from whatever university he lives in, and they ask him for sound bites whenever they do a program that involves shoes in any ways. I mean, no one, very few people are going to be in school, and very few people are going to go to their guidance counselor and say, when I grow up, I want to be a shoe expert. I want to be a doctor in shoes. Because that's not what they have within their scope. They're either going to say you should be a lawyer or a biologist or a rocket scientist, whatever. The point is that if you love something and you really care about something, mind over matter, and you become an expert, you can really thrive by being an expert in that field you love. It's because you naturally have that passion for a particular subject or topic or way of being, that if you hone your skills enough, you can become an expert, a specialist, and when you go out into the world, people will look to you because you are the big mind over matter. You're the one who understands everything about, in this example, shoes, and people will come to you and pay you for your opinion, like the TV people go to this university guy. So whatever it is you care about that you think is really unlikely to become a real thing, that can support you, that can be something that has love and growth and purpose in your life, that's the thing that you ought to revisit today and focus on again, because you'll be able to carve out a space for yourself, whether it's in your mind and you get the practical guidance to realize that, or you actually do it by applying for new positions or starting a new business, this is what you're supposed to do today. The universe is giving you a chance to transform your practical, physical, and financial circumstances for the foreseeable future. Finally, we've got the Two of Pentacles, and the Two of Pentacles is about juggling the circumstances that you've already got. So this card is about dealing with the things that are already in place instead of bringing in something new. So this card is kind of a way out that isn't so positive, because if you just deal with whatever comes your way, and sometimes you're up and sometimes you're down, and you have to pay the bills and you have to go to work and it's all routine, you get stuck in this infinite loop. And you can see the ships here. Sometimes they're on top of the waves, sometimes they're at the bottom. He is clothed in red. He's got a fox's tail there. Okay, so he's wise and he realizes that this is never ending. And if you want to care about something and if you don't want to get stuck, what I would suggest is you put those two down for a second and you say, okay, boats, you may be happy going up and down and bobbing up and down for the rest of your life, but I'm not. I have learned from this endless repetition. I'm not going to live my life by being a cog in a machine. I'm going to put this down. I'm going to wake up. I'm going to go out in the world and I'm going to decide what I do. And that way you're in charge and you don't let yourself be told what it is you can do and what your role is in the world and in life. No one knows what your role is in life until you show them what you can do. People will be super surprised if you go from working as a retail assistant to a scientist, a researcher, because they won't know that you had that in them. No, I said that wrong. They won't know that you had that in you. They only know about themselves, you see? So don't listen to the outside world. Don't let yourself be boxed into this endless loop. And if you become aware of the endless loop today, it's extra guidance to really, really wake up, to draw a line under this and say, enough. I'm not going to sleep my life away. I'm not going to wish my life away. I have real control and power to do something incredible for myself. And today I'm confident enough to actually do that, because we've got red. We've got all this red, more red. It's about what fires you up, what gives you a sense of meaning and purpose and drive and power and passion and confidence. And if your current circumstances don't make you feel any of those things, it needs to change, because you deserve to be happy every day of your life. You deserve to have work and circumstances that feed your soul. No one is born on this planet to work in a call center. I'm sorry. Maybe you love your call center job. Okay, you may be the exception, but I don't think any infinite, eternal soul comes to planet Earth to sell light bulbs in a call center. Again, if you feel you're stuck and you have no way out, yes, Greg, but I have 5 children to feed, I'm the sole income, then absolutely don't quit your job and put yourself in extra hardship. But you can certainly ask yourself, what is it that I can also do that really makes me feel a certain way? And you can build your way towards making those changes. So whether it is starting your own business and starting your own spiritual business, or whether it's applying for employment elsewhere, or working your way up to management or a leadership position, or whatever it may be, there's always room for improvement. Sorry about the helicopter. I don't know where that's come from now. Goodness. Okay. Right. So, despite your circumstances, you can do what you feel is right, and the cards are really urging you to do that. Number-wise, we've got 20, and an ace card counts as 1. That's 21, and 2 is 23. 2 and 3 is 5, and 5 in numerology is about freedom. So liberate yourself from circumstances that do not serve you, that are repetitive, and that make you feel stuck. You don't have to be stuck. You weren't born to be stuck. You're born to be free. Have an amazing day. If you'd like a personal reading with me, please get in touch via the website, gregoryscott.com. On the front page, it says book your reading. Just click on that button to book book your appointment with me. In my personal readings, I use the tarot, astrology, and numerology, as well as my intuition. So if you have any questions about your working situation, what the ideal job would be for you, what your life purpose is, whether that's linked to work or whether that's something totally separate, I can look at that by looking at your chart, which I can pull up by taking your place of birth, date of birth, and time of birth. Once I have that info, I've got a snapshot of the sky at the moment you were born, and it shows me everything about you. So I can actually answer those kind of questions really easily. Also, if you have questions about finance, travel, your physical health, what's coming up in future, romance, when to buy and sell property, where to live, anything at all really, just get in touch via the website gregoryscott.com. If you like the video, give it a thumbs up, hit subscribe and share the video online. Have a wonderful day, and I'll speak to you tomorrow.